What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you hadn't had a chance yet, I'd appreciate it if you subscribed. Today I'm going to be building a fluid bed for powder painting jigs. Super simple, relatively cheap, and actually makes the jigs come out quite a bit better. But before I start that, I did want to say I am doing the Bassmaster Fantasy giveaway again to any of the subscribers that also joined the Bassmaster Fantasy page. The winners there are going to get a Megabass prize pack. Got a handful of stuff on the wall here, so haven't figured out yet what I'm going to do as far as the prizes, but I'll put a video up showing those prizes just like I did last year. Congrats to the winners last year, and hopefully this year is even better. So a few years ago, my buddy gave me a kind of DIY fluid bed. Just looks like this. But these components now, especially with the cost increases and everything else, it's pretty pricey to buy those. So I'm gonna do just a cheap, like the bare minimum that you can do these for probably $5 a piece. So let me set this up and I can show you. First thing I bought, so this is just, it's a pet supply, two-way air valve. You're gonna need one of those. Some 2-inch PVC pipe, other set of 2-inch PVC pipe that I primed, glued, a cap on the bottom. So this is going to be the bottom portion of your fluid bed. And then you'll need a coupler. So that coupler has a 2-inch little lip so that this can sit over top of that. And then basically this piece will be on top of that. We did try a bunch of different paper, and if you watch some other videos like this, it'll talk about the filter or the paper that goes in between. The best that I've found, and I had this laying around because I shipped so many baits, is this stuff. It's actually pretty durable paper and it breathes well, so it lets that air through. Yeah, so that's what I'll be using as that filter piece. Starting from the beginning, I guess the biggest thing is you get the 2-inch pipe. Usually it comes in longer sections, and you're going to cut it into about 3-4 inch sections for the bottoms. So this one I took and then I drilled a hole kind of towards the bottom of it. And the next step, and I should say, the primer and glue, the only time I use it in this video is to put this bottom cap on. And that's so that the air can't come out the bottom. You seal that, air will go in here, and then it'll filter up through the powder. So you have your bottom. Take your piece of, I don't even know what they call this stuff, but paper from the post office, the priority mail envelopes. I just put it here. Get your coupler and press hard. So that way you get a nice, seal there. And if you push hard enough, it's not gonna come undone. And then this next piece of PVC, I think I cut it about the same height as the first one, maybe a little shorter. I don't think it really matters. You're gonna take that piece, make sure all your edges are clean, and push that on top. Okay, so kind of looks like this. This paper obviously is a little too big in the way, so I just take a pair of scissors. These are just fly tying scissors. Doesn't need to be pretty, it's just gonna sit in my basement. And cut it. So it looks like that, has that piece of paper there. Now the bottom piece where we had the hole, you're gonna take your 2-way valve. Very, very cheap, by the way, on Amazon. I want to say I got 10 of them for like $5. And wherever that hole is, take it and just press it into that hole. Okay, so it's in there. And then these all have, well, most of them, at least the ones I got, have little screw tops, so you can allow more or less air in. And then I bought handful of these as well, just the tubing for it. That way I can rotate and switch colors. I already have one hooked up, so I just use a Frabill aerator. Just take it, push the aerator on, and then obviously whenever you fill this with your powder paint, it will start to bubble. So I do have one that I already threw powder in. Well, let's see. Yeah, we'll just show it with this one. I built one earlier today. Like I said, they're super easy, and I can show you what it does if you're not familiar. But you just throw that in on the side. This one I already had blue powder paint in, and if you look, when you turn this on, and then you want to crack this valve so that way more air can get in. See how it starts to come up through the paper and through the powder paint? Now, whenever you're dipping your jigs, this really helps because it kind of aerates that. And if you've ever tried to dip just straight in a canister, you don't get an even coat at all. So dip it in, swirl it around with that air coming through it, and you'll get much better results than if you just do it the other way. It's super simple. And like I said, it might be $4 or $5 worth of materials here and 10 minutes to put these things together. And that way you can have a bunch of them, set up your different colors, and go to work this winter painting some jigs. So like I said, subscribe to the page and the Bassmaster Fantasy giveaway. If you're into that, hop on there, join the JL Outdoors group for the regular fantasy as well as the Drain the Lake. And we'll be doing two, I think they're both going to be Megabass prizes. So anyways, good luck this winter. If you're somewhere that gets ice, be safe on the ice. If you're somewhere down south, hopefully you still can stay on the water and fish through the winter. So, all right, tight lines. Thanks.